ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्मयेधि वेदस्सम आणीस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासि अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्भक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु भक्तारवतु भक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति 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 हरिः ॐ May my speech be accorded with the mind. May my mind be accorded with the speech. O self-effulgent one Brahman, reveal thyself to me. May you both speech and mind be the carriers of the highest truth to me. May not all that I have heard depart from me. May I be able to join day and night through this study. I shall utter what is verbally true. I shall utter what is mentally true. May that Brahman protect me. May that Brahman protect the teacher. May that protect me. May that protect the teacher. Peace, peace, peace be unto you all. Good morning. This morning I am going to speak on the subject related to Swami Vivekananda and Swami Vivekananda's contribution to Vedantic thought. Swami Vivekananda did not introduce any new Vedantic principle because the Vedantic principle is one and it is universal, eternal, and that is the equation Atman, that means individual self, is equal to cosmic self or Brahman. So Atman is equal to Brahman. This is the fundamental principle of Vedanta. Eternal, one fundamental principle of Vedanta. On the basis of this principle, the huge edifice has been built by the Vedantic thinkers, scholars, etc. So what is the contribution of Swami Vivekananda? Last few days, I was thinking that we are going to celebrate 125th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's visit to the Bay Area. Now, this is a celebration. But actually, what Swami Vivekananda left for us, what is Swami Vivekananda's teachings and legacy that he left behind for our good. So that I was thinking. And obviously, there are two aspects. If we consider Swami Vivekananda's legacy in the United States, definitely Swami Vivekananda's legacy we have in India, but I am not going to describe that legacy here. I am concerned about Swami Vivekananda's legacy that he left behind for us, the people of the United States. While going to this subject matter, let me inform you that Swami Vivekananda's visit in the Bay Area is very special. No doubt, wherever Swami Vivekananda went, he was accepted and he gave a life-giving message there. His teachings is universal, eternal. But Bay Area or California at large is very, very special for Swami Vivekananda, because he himself said that I gave my best to California. He himself said. Not only that, very rarely we find that Swami Vivekananda revealed his divine power in public. But in his visit to Bay Area, we find that he revealed his divine power in many occasions. I'm not going to discuss these things right now, but one of his legacies, one of his contribution to the future generation is his thought about the Vedantic principles. This is extremely important, and if we can understand it, then we can easily distinguish that what actually Swami Vivekananda wanted us to study on Vedanta. And we can easily distinguish from any lectures of Vedanta that what is actually Swami Vivekananda's intention. So let us start. The first important point or contribution of Swami Vivekananda is this. Swami Vivekananda denied the Shabda Pramana. Let me explain you what is this Shabda Pramana and how did Swami Vivekananda denied it. What is the proof? You know, everything in all our actions, in all our deeds, in all our comments, we want to know what is the proof of it. This is the scientific way of understanding. So what is the proof of it? According to Indian philosophy, there are 6 types of proofs. What is the first proof, which is important, is in Sanskrit it is called pratyaksha. In English it is called perception. What are you seeing? What are you perceiving? That is the highest proof. I saw it. There will be no any other proof is required. I saw it. So perception is the first proof. What is the proof of it? Perception. I saw it. This is the first proof according to Vedanta. The second proof is in Sanskrit it is called anumana, and in English it is called inference. So the third proof, second proof is the inference. What is the inference? Inference is if you can see smoke somewhere, what you can interpret it, what you can infer. You can infer that definitely there is some smoke, otherwise how? There must be some fire, otherwise how the smoke will come? So this is inference. So by seeing some sign, you infer that yes, there must be something. Because why? Because you have experience about that earlier. You saw somewhere that fire is associated with smoke. So, when you see the smoke, you can infer that yes, there must be some fire. This is the second proof. The third proof is called Shabda Pramana. In Sanskrit, it is called Shabda Pramana. In English, it is called scriptural authority. So, scripture, this is also one of the proofs, because the different ancient rishis, they realized, and they actually afterwards disclosed this, and it came out as a book. So, the scripture. So, this is the scriptural authority. These three proofs are the main proofs, and the other three are the subsidiary proofs. The Upamana, Upamiti, Abhava, these are the different proofs. But these are the main proofs. Now, what Swami Vivekananda's contribution here? Swami Vivekananda flatly denied the scriptural authority. He said, the scriptural authority is not the only first authority. He propagated the idea just like science. He said, this is one of the unique, and from here we find the unique definition of religion given by Swami Vivekananda. He said, religion is realization. So what is the proof? Proof is your experience. Experience or realization is the highest proof, not the scriptural proof. There must be thousands of things in scriptures, but he said that your realization, that is the highest proof. So he denied the scriptural authority, not fully denied. He said it is not the one and only. Prior to that, especially the Mimamsakas, one of the 6 philosophical schools of India, according to them, the scriptural authority is the highest authority. According to Shankaracharya, scriptural authority is the highest authority. Because scripture says this. So Swami Vivekananda actually came out from there. He said, according to science, that your realization, direct realization, in Sanskrit, which is called aporoksha anubhuti. So direct, not paroksha, aporoksha, direct realization is the only highest authority. Have you seen that? That is the. And this is very similar to science, because science is also the observation, experiment, and experience. So, by establishing this, he actually brought Vedanta closer to science. And at one point he said very boldly that can we apply the process, the method by which scientific discoveries has been made? Can we apply that? Can we apply the same logic in religion that has been applied for the scientific discoveries? Can we apply that? Can we apply that method? Then he replied, in my opinion, the sooner it would be, the better. He accepted 100%. The way scientific discovery is made, the exactly same way the Vedantic principle should be verified. According to him, This is the practical Vedanta. All religion is the practical religion, because the principles of religion can be applied into day-to-day life. All religions claim that. But what is the speciality in Swamiji's practical Vedanta? Because experience. The experience, can experience be practical? What you are attaining in meditation, can it be practical in the worldly life? Swamiji said, yes, it is practical. You can do it. Swamiji said, if one rishis in ancient time can do it, everybody can do it, because it is universal. One scientific principle, if it is verified by one person, everybody in this universe can verify that. Because scientific example or principle is universal. So Swami Vivekananda said, if one person could experience that formula, Atman is equal to Brahman, everybody in this universe can verify that, because it is universal. The second point that Swamiji gave, prior to him, there was a tremendous conflict between Dvaito, Advaito and Vishishtadvaito. There are three different schools, and these are three different concepts of reality according to different groups. And there was a conflict. If you go through the scriptures, old scriptures, even in Shankaracharya's commentaries, if you go through Shankaracharya's commentaries of Upanishad, you can find Shankaracharya only argued. Shankaracharya argued and established Vedanta against Buddhism, against Mimamsakas, because Mimamsakas are Dvaitins. So against that, and ritualistic, the Karmakandin, against Karmakanda. And this is the argument. You can find pages after pages are only argument, philosophical argument. So Swami Vivekananda said, actually, if you find the difference between these three schools, you can find this is very nominal, very, very nominal. But the ancient people, they fought against each other to establish their view. I can explain you, the time is not that much. Otherwise, I can explain you what is the difference between Dvaito, Advaito and the Vishishtadvaito. Very nominal, very nominal. It is called Bheda. I shall not go to that because of time. Let me introduce you the Swami Vivekananda's contribution. So, Swami Vivekananda said, no need of fighting, because the difference are very nominal. There is no conflict between all these things. These are different stages. These are different stages of our mindset. So when a person first steps into the spiritual life, for him or her, it is very difficult to conceptualize the Advaita philosophy. For them, Dvaita. Those who are in the worldly life, they can understand another person. They can understand another entity. So, for them, dualism is fine. then when their concept will go little bit evolved, they can understand the qualified dualism. And the highest one is the non-dualism. So that is what Swami Vivekananda resolved this particular conflict in this way. They are not mutually conflicting as was supposed to be in the past, but complementary to one another, one leading to the other with person's spiritual evolution. So it is a kind of evolution. The third point, what he said, he separated the spiritual contents of Vedic revelation from the setting of Varnashrama. In Shankaracharya's time we find also there are a lot of things that Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, etc., etc. So he completely freed the Vedantic things from the, clutter of Varna and Ashrama, cult, creed, all kinds of formalities. He made it complete free. He brought the Vedanta. That is why it is said it was Swami Vivekananda who brought Vedanta from the cave, from the mountain cave to the kitchen. What does it mean? From the cave, from the forest, the ancient rishis, they were practicing Vedanta in the cave, in the forest. But Swami Vivekananda opened it, brought it to the kitchen pot. Kitchen pot means everybody in every moment they can use it in a practical life, day-to-day life. He brought it. So this is the third contribution that Swami Vivekananda did. According to its exponents of the past and the present, it is the universal philosophy of religion applicable to all creeds, cult, societies and countries. Fourth, he presented the Supreme Being as personal and impersonal. There was another conflict, whether God is personal or impersonal. So Swami Vivekananda, actually Sri Ramakrishna did it way earlier. You might have remembered that the first meeting of M, the composer of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, when he met for the first time to Sri Ramakrishna raised this question. There was a confusion in the mind of M that whether God can be with form and without form. How is it possible? God is with form, but God is again without form. How can one particular thing having with form and without form? Is it possible? Sri Ramakrishna gave the answer, yes, why not? And he gave the example of the ice. The ice, when it is very cold, the water becomes ice, and ice has a form. Then if you put some heat to it, it becomes liquid, no form, but occupies some space. And if you get more heat, then it will become vapor. And when it will become vapor, no space No, you cannot see that. You cannot see. Invisible, impersonal, without form. So if it is possible in the water, ice and vapor, why not it is possible in the God? So this non-dual and so Swami Vivekananda completely denied that. And he gave another example. He gave the example of a picture taken by a person of a sun. So if I am taking a picture of sun, I am taking from here in Berkeley. So if I move towards the sun, and after some time I take another picture, so every picture will be different. The picture of the sun, if I take in different locations, it will be different. Does it mean sun is different? Sun is one only. So according to our position, according to our mindset, according to our location, we have the concept of God differently. That doesn't mean that God is personal or impersonal. God is both and many more. So this was the example he gave. And then again, the anthropomorphism. The anthropomorphism is an unavoidable element in all such human conception of God. Anthropomorphic means human form. The God is a human form. Whether God is human form or God is in the stone, there was a tremendous conflict in Vedanta. Whether God resides in only Sri Krishna or God resides in Shiva also. And he gave actually one very good story of Ghantakarna. It is a mythological story, funny story. He delivered in Thousand Island Park the story of Ghantakarna. So a person was there, he was the devotee of Sri Krishna, and he tied one bell with his ears. And whenever other people, they called Shiva, Shiva, he would nod his head. And the bell rang, so he could not hear the name of Shiva. So from there he became the Ghantakarna. So that kind of rigidity, that kind of prejudice was there. So Swami Vivekananda actually pulled those things out from the tradition and opened it. The contribution that Swami Vivekananda opened Vedanta for everybody. And just before, why this California trip was very significant? Because just before his coming to the United States in the second time, he said in Belur Math that henceforth all the principles of Vedanta will be given to everybody. There will be no obstructions. There will be no any hidden things. And that he did in California. He opened it, all the principles to everybody. But he said one important thing. He said that we must not compromise with the highest principles of Vedanta. Highest principles of Vedanta must not come down to our level. We have to elevate. Whatever may be the highest and lofty ideal of Vedanta, we have to elevate ourselves and to reach the principles of Vedanta. Vedanta principles must not compromise and come down to our level. That is what he said. Then the sixth principle, sixth contribution, the Tatyamasi, we know, this is the fourth noble truth, one of the fourth noble truths. Thou art that. We find it in Samaveda. It is from this is the Mahavakyas, the four principles. All the four Vedas, they have a gist sentence. The essence of that particular Vedas. We know there are four Vedas. So there is gist, the essence of that Vedas is given by a small cryptical, a formula, a small sentence. That sentence is called Mahavakyas, Vakya. This is the sentence. So it is called the great sentence. And for all four Vedas this has. This thou art that, Tattvamasi. This is from this Samaveda, the Mahavakyas. It is that. So what happened there? If you go through different scriptures, you can find there a tremendous argument to establish this particular thought. And sometimes Swami Vivekananda said it is a text torture. Swami Vivekananda blamed that it is a text torture. Shankaracharya, take the example of Bhagavad Gita. Shankaracharya commented on that. Madhva commented on that. Ramanuja commented on that. So the same Bhagavad Gita, all the leaders of different or thinkers of different schools, they commented on that. And they commented on their own way. So Madhva commented on the bhakti way, devotional way. Shankaracharya commented on the perfect Advaitic way. And Ramanuja as a Vishishtadvaita way, the qualified monism way. So all are different, and to do that, they pulled some principles according to their own way. They explained it according to their own way. So Swamiji called it the text torture. As for example, nowhere you can see that Shankaracharya said that bhakti is the highest attainment. He did not deny bhakti, did not reject bhakti, but he said bhakti is the stepping stone. If you can have the fullest bhakti, then you can realize the Advaita. Exactly in the same way, the teacher of dualistic schools, they said Advaita, they did not deny Advaita. They said, if you can understand Advaita, if you can understand Brahman, then you can realize the bhakti, para bhakti, the highest kind of bhakti. You can realize that. So what Swamiji did here, so Swamiji said the same thing, that you can realize that. He said, don't. That is why he took out everything from the scriptural authority. He said, you realize that. And he said, you can realize. So the question is, yes, if I can realize, then why I cannot realize? I know, I have that knowledge. that Atman and Brahman one. This is the knowledge. But I cannot realize that. So Swamiji said that means potentially you have that. So you are potentially competent to do that. It is hidden in you. Bring it out. That is the spiritual journey. Bring it out, take it out. Potential means that he said every soul is potentially divine. Swamiji maintains this doctrine as the sheet anchor of Vedanta. Potential means that though the jiva appears now in the state of ignorance as a weak and inconsequential, but he has the mighty nature. It has got the capacity in it to gradually evolve to higher and higher states and attain to the divine status. In whatever way you may define that status from the logical point of view. It is just like this. A spark of fire may look small and insignificant, but it has got all the potentialities of a mighty conflagration. Vedanta, Swamiji maintained, wants man to adopt measures for the actualization of this potential divine in him. And all the sadhanas like karma yoga, bhakti yoga and jnana yoga are meant for this purpose. So these are the means. These are the means. Yoga, all kinds of yoga are the means. Everybody is eligible to do that. So it is just like a spark of a fire. Can you say that huge fire is going on and a small spark of fire? Can you differentiate the potentiality of that? The same power a small flint of fire is having. So potentiality like that. Then the next. So what Swamiji did? Thus Swamiji converted the great Vedantic dictum of Tattvamasi from a jumble of logical disputations into the key for human development, individual and collective. And how to manifest this potentiality? Through our every action, through our every deeds, through our every thought, we have to manifest this potential divinity. Every action, every instances of joy, every instance of suffering is nothing but to manifesting our potential. The more experience you are having in this world, good or bad, the more you are manifesting your potential divinity, the more knowledge. Only we are not aware of that. Be aware. Try to think, whatever you are doing, whatever you are thinking, whatever you are reading, whatever you are writing, whatever you are listening, can that manifest your potential divinity? If it can manifest your potential divinity, that is ethical work. If it cannot, that is not ethical work. If your action is manifesting your potential, help to manifest your potential divinity, that work is the religious work. If not, then that is not the religious work. Very clear. So whenever you do anything, whenever you think anything, try to think whether is it helping to manifest my divinity, potential divinity? If yes, good. If not, don't do it. That work is the immoral. Seventh, although the Swami rose above any sectarian view of Vedanta, he often used the language and ideology of Advaita Vedanta in his lecture. We have seen the new turn he has given to several of its concepts like revelation, karma, jiva, Brahman, mukti, etc. Another important Vedantic concept on which he has spoken is the doctrine of Maya. He did not speak many things on the doctrine of Maya. He gave a series of lectures in London on Maya. Actually, the word Maya, it was very confusing. And you can find Shankaracharya also did not speak in detail of Maya, although he was the founder of the concept of Maya. But he did not speak in detail. The Maya theory, it is the post-Vedantic development. So, lot of people after Shankara, post-Vedantic means after Shankara, post-Shankara, I would say. So, the post-Shankara development. So, they talk a lot of things, argument, this, that, all kind of philosophical argument and counter-argument, high philosophical. All the time there are lot of things about Maya. So Swami Vivekananda said, don't think about Maya. Try to think how you can get out of Maya. So what use of understanding Maya? Try to understand to get out of Maya. Because Maya, according to him, is the statement of fact. It is fact. You cannot deny that. But it has no existence. It cannot harm you. Take the example of the rope and snake, the traditional example. In the night there is a rope and you think that this is a snake and you are afraid of that. You are not going there. But when you turn on the light, you find that that is a rope and your fear has gone immediately. So that snake cannot bite you. So there is no practical immediate impact of Maya. Take another example, the mirage. You can see there is a water, but you cannot bring a bucket of water from the mirage. You can see the rainbow. It is there. You cannot deny rainbow. But you cannot cut a piece of rainbow to decorate your room. So it has no practical impact. So what is then Maya? Statement. It is a statement. We cannot deny that. The statement of fact. It is true. Fact means it is true. So you are stating that fact. That's all. Period. So that is what Swami Vivekananda's concept on Maya. Everything. Just go on to that. Don't try to analyze Maya. Then you will be trapped by Maya. Don't try to understand what is Maya. Go beyond Maya. And how you can do that? The positive approach. Try to understand your real nature. And automatically that will remove your Maya. Don't think about Maya. Try to think your real nature. That's all. You need not avoid to your evil friend. You need not avoid to your evil friend. Try to go along your good friend. Automatically you will be far from your evil friend. That is the positive approach. Then the concept of mukti. While accepting the traditional idea of mukti as liberation from the cycle of birth and death, he freed the conception from the touch of escapism that surrounded it by redefining it as the manifestation of the divinity already in the latent in man. Perfection is opposed to escape from the unpleasant situation. He placed this as the ideal for the competent aspirants. So again, so mukti for him is not going far from the society. This is the unique combination he showed. So previously mukti means what? Liberation means what? You are completely avoiding the society. You are going out of the society. That was the concept. But by introducing potential divinity in man, manifest this potential divinity, he resolved this conflict. And he said, if you are in the society, if you are doing your normal work, you can attain mukti. Because this world, your action, day-to-day life, these are only the scope, the opportunity to manifest your potential divinity. These are the conflict. If you do not work, you cannot manifest. Holy Mother gave the example of a sandalwood, you know. So everywhere you find, when there is some kind of conflict, some kind of rubbing, some kind of, the friction, then fire comes out. If you rub two woods, fire comes out. If you churn the milk, the butter come out. If you rub the sandalwood on a stone, smell come out. So in every manifestation, there must be some kind of friction. And society gives you the opportunity for this friction. So in this way, he resolved the conflict. In fact, towards the closing period of his life, he taught that there is no liberation until one ceases to want liberation. For seeking liberation is the selfish quest. And man does not reach perfection until he is able to overcome this self-centeredness completely. When one questioned about the characteristics of an incarnation, he answered it indirectly, stating that there was a time in his early life when the longing for mukti was so strong in him that he once entered in a cave and decided to fast and die there if he did not gain mukti. But, he continued, the very thought of mukti does not come to my mind now. It may be contained, and his attitude had changed in this way because he had already attained mukti. While that may be conceded, we have to recognize the point he wants to drive home. We saw that Sri Ramakrishna scolded him, that what kind of selfish are you? When Swami Vivekananda was young, he sought mukti. And then Sri Ramakrishna scolded him by saying, how selfish you are. I thought you will become a big, huge banyan tree under which lot of people can get the shelter. And now, as a selfish person, you are seeking your own mukti, your own liberation. How selfish are you? So slowly, Swami Vivekananda's view went towards the Sarva Mukti. I don't know whether it is rationalistic or not, but Swami Vivekananda's concept was Sarva Mukti. Sarva Mukti means everybody will get mukti. Not individual. One first, one second, one third, no. Everybody will get mukti. Everybody will be liberated. And that is what he said. Unless one dog, unless one person would not get mukti, I will not cease my work. So that was the concept. These are the contribution of Swami Vivekananda. And obviously, he made it practical. So Swami Vivekananda's Vedantic philosophy is the humanistic philosophy. It is for the good of the humanity. That is why he set the motto as Atmana Mokshartam Jagatitaya, for your own good, for your own liberation, and for the good of the humanity. And that is the ultimate goal of Vedanta. Because when you can be united with the Brahman, when you can experience Atman is equal to Brahman, then you can find all are one. There is no difference from individual to individual. All are one, only one existence. So that is the basis of service, Swami Vivekananda said. This is Swami Vivekananda asked, why should we serve my neighbor? Why? Jesus said, serve thy neighbor. Why? Swami Vivekananda said. And he replied, this is the answer, that we are one, the oneness of existence. And this is the basis of Karma Yoga. Unless Karma Yoga will not give us this kind of sense, the Karma Yoga will be partial. Do you have any question? Yes, please.
You talked about one's actions manifesting potential divinity.
Yes.
What is the concept of potential divinity? What does that imply?
Potential divinity is this. You have understood the word potential, am I correct? And what is meant by divinity? So, we all are God. But right now I cannot feel that I am God. I cannot feel you are God. Why? Because I find in you lot of impurities, jealousy, hatred, anger. So then where this divinity is coming? This divinity is there. It is hidden, potentially present in you. So try to manifest that. You do not have to remove your hatred, anger, desire, anything else. With all your action, try to manifest that. That's all. Don't waste your energy and time to remove your impurities. Try to manifest your divinity. Focus on it. Try to think all your action, whether it is manifesting it or not. So we all, there is a source within us, Vedanta says. There is a source of eternal happiness. There is a source of eternal immortality. There is a source of infinite strength and courage. There is a source of infinite knowledge we have within. And try to bring it out. Then your life will be changed. How to bring it out? Can you bring it out from here on the table? No. Try to realize it more and more. Now we do not have any faith that we have these things potentially. But when you can realize that, when you can apply that, when you can feel that, then your life will be changed. That is potential divinity. Try to realize that, try to understand that, try to feel that more and more through all your thoughts, works, deeds, everything. And Swami Vivekananda said, if you are a student, and if you can realize that, you will become a better student. If you are a fisherman, you will become a better fisherman if you can realize that. If you are an aspirant, You will become a better aspirant if you can realize that. That is the source of our infinite power. So where other religions are saying that you are born sinner, then Swami Vivekananda is saying you are potentially divine. You are the son of eternal bliss. Try to manifest that. Try to understand that. Any other question? Okay, let us conclude. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkham Apnuat Sarvastarotu Durgani Sarvo Bhadrani Pashyatu Sarva Sadbuddhim Apnotu Sarva Sarvatra Nandatu Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shantim Apnuat Shantam Ucheti Bandhebhyo Muktoschanyan Vimochayet. May all be happy, may all enjoy good health, may all see happy events, may all be free from miseries, may all be freed from dangers, may all realize what is good, may all be actuated by noble thoughts, may all rejoice everywhere. May the wicked become virtuous, may the virtuous attain tranquility, may the tranquil be free from bondages, may the freed make others free, may the Supreme Spirit, the presiding deity of all sacred activities, be satisfied, for he being pleased, the whole universe feels satisfied. Om, peace, peace. Peace be unto you all. So I have some announcement, and that is obviously, as usual, tea and coffee will be served from the Saradananda Hall, which will be followed by Prasad Luncheon. And next Sunday we will have class. Next Sunday will be 9th. So we will have a lecture here. But 16th we don't have lecture. 16th and 22nd we don't have lecture. 22nd I request you all, because we have the program, in the First Unitarian Church. So please come with your family, friends and acquaintances to First Unitarian Church at 2 p.m. There will be the program. So please attend that program. That is the inaugural program. 22nd February at 2 p.m. in the First Unitarian Church. You can find Swami Vivekananda delivered 8 lectures from that pulpit. You can have the opportunity to see the pulpit and offer your pranam. And Swami Vivekananda's chair is also there. So please don't miss this, and please try to bring all your family and friends. In Swami Vivekananda's lecture, there were 2,000 people in the Unitarian Church, and 500 people, they could not enter, they returned. So after 125 years, at least we are expecting 400 people. So don't miss it, to show our respect. If we don't have people, then what Swami Vivekananda will think? That 125 years ago there were 2,000s, and now after 125 years there will not be 400. My gosh. He will be, it's a shame, you know. It will be a shame.
Is that in Oakland? The first week?
Yes, yes. 14th Street. Okay.
Is the agenda posted anywhere? What the program?
Yeah, yeah. In our website, you can find. In our bulletin, we are always publishing this. For a long time, we are publishing. Months together, we are publishing. We have been publishing that.